Hey everybody, my name's Andrew and welcome to my channel, Creatively Created. This is my first video, and to be honest, it's not really what I had planned or hoped to do with for a first video. Sorry about the background noise. I've got some construction going on next door. But anyway, I created this channel a year ago and have yet to upload a single video. And I just keep putting it off and putting it off. So today I am going to upload a video, kind of a review, not really. There's a ton of reviews for this product out there, so I didn't really feel like I needed to put another review out there. But it's more of a comparison. This is the second copy of the Old Timer Splinter Carvin knife by Schrade that I've gotten. I got the first one from Amazon, and it was extremely defective, and I decided to go ahead and replace it. And this is what they sent me, and it's a pretty, I honestly, the difference in quality, I cannot believe that these knives came from the same company. I am not sure how to explain it other than there's about a 3-month difference in the manufacturing date. But I've got, I already sent the other knife back, but I got plenty of pictures, so that I can compare it. But I'm going to show you the one that they sent me right now. This is, as I said, the Old Timer Splinter Carvin knife. And it's a pretty great little knife, honestly. The first one they sent me was complete garbage, so it's a hit and miss type deal. I have watched so many reviews. I watched a bunch of them before I got it. It doesn't have amazing reviews. It doesn't have terrible reviews. It's kind of, I mean, there's a knife called the Flex Cut Carvin Jack that this is kind of like a cheap copy of. And that is a $120 knife or so. And this one was 26 bucks. So you kind of get what you paid for. But that being said, the first one I got was absolutely unusable. It had many defects, and this one, the only real defect that I can see is, let me see if I can get that to focus in there. This is this pen is set really high, and it kind of catches on my pocket and collects lint and stuff. And there's a couple of scratches and stuff, but straight out of the box, this was perfect. The other one, as you'll see, had scratches and stuff straight out of the box. So I don't know what was up with that, but I've been carrying this around for a couple of days now, and I have done nothing to this knife. No honing, no, I haven't even run it across a strop, and it came in working cutting condition. Each tool on here is actually workable. You can actually use them straight out of the package. The other knife I got, that was not the case. But yeah, this blade on the other knife, which I didn't get a good picture of this side was, the edge was really low, while on the back side of the knife, it was like a good 2 millimeters higher, and they were flat. It wouldn't cut anything. I spent 4 hours honing this knife, and well, not this one, the other knife, and it still didn't cut worth anything, really. I was so disappointed in the quality, but this one came out really nice. But yeah, you got 6 different blades on this. This one's the most used blade, obviously, because this is just your detail blade. Then you've got your straight gouge, which is a little tricky to get to. It's right here. And this one came in excellent cutting condition, and it goes straight through the wood. And then you have your, this is the V-Scourge, which this one is in excellent cutting condition, and it gets the job done great. Then you have the, let's see if I can, this one's a little tricky to get out too. Yeah, start here. You have your straight gouge. I'm sorry, this was actually the straight chisel, not the straight gouge. This is the straight gouge, which I will show plenty of pictures of the other one that I got. Let me see if I can get this to focus on this. Come on. Well, all right, well, it's having some difficulty focusing. There we go. That's kind of okay. See, that's really nice little edge on it. It cuts, it does the job. The other one I got, as you'll see, really, really bad. The metal here was so thick that it literally would just not cut through wood at all. It was basically flat on this side, which I got really good pictures of that, so you'll see. The next little tool you have in here is the gouge scorp, which this one, really good condition, really nice little edge on it. I mean, all of these could use a little bit of honing, and I plan on doing it, but I wanted to make this video before I did anything to edit this knife, because I wanted to give you guys a good idea of what the quality difference was straight out of the packaging. And then you have your hook blade, which, if you're like a spoon carver or something like that, this is really cool. I've got a non-folding knife version of a hook blade. It's a lot longer, and I don't use it very often, but I actually like this little guy a little better than that one, just because you can do a couple of cool things with this one. You can use it this way instead of scooping. You can use it this way to cut like a nice circular sort of rounded cut onto your wood, so that's been helpful. I've used it a couple of times already, and I really, really enjoy it. You can't do that with the other one that I have. It's just the shape of it doesn't allow you to. It's like a full, it looks like Captain Hook's friggin', yeah. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen a hook knife, so I don't need to go into that. Sorry, this is my first video. I'm a little awkward at this, but I'm probably not going to do too much editing, so all this crap that I'm saying is going to end up in the video, and hopefully you guys don't hate me. But anyway, the quality of this knife compared to the other one is just, I mean, I can't even begin, honestly. You'll see the Old Timer logo here that's in here. It's like sticking halfway out on the other knife. It's nice and flat on this one. The other knife was actually wider. I mean, noticeably wider, and just more uncomfortable in my hand. Just holding it was I don't know, it was just, it just didn't fit in my hand very good. This one is thinner, a lot easier to hold, and I really actually enjoy using this one. I was worried that this was just going to be trash in general, and I wasn't going to be able to afford a knife like this, because I was never going to be able to get the flex cut, and I was like, this, you know, you can't get anything that's even slightly comparable. Now, I've never used a flex cut. I'm sure this is not really comparable, but it is like the closest thing you can get without dropping a ton of cash. So if you get this knife, it is, I mean, this, you can cut with it, you can carve with it pretty comfortably straight out of the package, and I'll demonstrate with this knife. The first one, literally, the first one I got, I would go to cut the wood, and it would do this. And I'm talking, I'd be gouging into it. But this one, I mean, you literally couldn't even get it to shave anything. I spent 4 hours, like I said, 4 hours honing that blade, and I got it to where it could cut, but it still didn't cut as good as this one does straight out of the package. I'm not really having any issue. It'll shave, you can get nice little curls. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's usable, and that alone is telling me this is a much, much, much better quality blade, which is just crazy. I've heard other people that have reviewed these say if you get the box one, it's different quality than if you get the one in the plastic packaging. Both of the ones that I got were in the plastic packaging. I don't know if the box one, if it's any lower quality than the last one I got in plastic, then just forget it. But, yeah, just both of these in plastic, and, I mean, the difference in quality is, I mean, it's amazing. So, anyway, if you're looking to get a knife, this one currently, this is, February 2023. I've seen videos a couple years ago. This knife was like $18. It's $26 now. I think it's worth $26 as long as you get a good one. If you end up getting a really trashy one like the first one I got, you can always do what I did and try to return it and hopefully get something more like this one. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little comparison review thingy. Just in case you haven't seen another review of this knife, I'll give you a little bit of detail about it, which, you know, it's all right here on the package. It's 65 MN high carbon steel, which is not the best quality carbon steel in the world. It is good. It's a lot better than like 320 stainless, which, you know, the buck knives that are made in China, they use that steel, and it is not great for carving at all. You have to constantly sharpen your knife while carving. Yeah, it's got the nickel silver bolsters, the OT saw cut handles, which, you know, I guess they're talking about this kind of texture to it. I honestly don't know. I like the texture. It feels good in my hand. Brass pins and liners. As far as the brass pins go, as I already showed you, this is like my main complaint about this knife, and I'm going to fix it. But you can see they just used a too thick of a pin there because it even kind of cracked the plastic a bit. But I'm going to fix that. Now that I've done this video, I can go ahead and make some changes, hone this knife, hone the blades, get this thing to a really good carving. Get it to where it's carving really well. But yeah, I didn't want to do that until I'd done this video because it was important to me that I do this and just get my first video out there. If you're interested in my channel, there are going to be a lot of like reviews and stuff like that because they're easier to do and less stressful. But I'm also going to do a lot of tutorials, which I'm extremely nervous about. And I do a lot of watercolor art. And I've just recently gotten into carving, but I've found that I love it. So I'm probably going to do quite a few little carving tutorials and things like that. If you're interested in art of any kind, I also do a lot of graphite drawing, pen and ink. I like to combine different mediums. So actually, I've got right here, it's a little dirty, but this is one of my first carvings, and I combined watercolor with wood carving. And yeah, I use Daniel Smith's, they're really good paints, but these are their, oh, I'm drawing a blank, but this is Jadeite Genuine and Amethyst Genuine. I can't remember what the, Primatech, sorry, yep, Primatech. Primatech watercolor. I used that. I didn't even know if it was going to work. I think that it took to the wood very well. This is just a piece of pine. But yeah, this is one of my first wood carvings where I combined it with some watercolor paint. And I think it turned out great. I'm probably going to do some stuff like this. I might even do another one of these on the channel if you guys are interested in that. But if you like this video, give it a like. You know, give a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. If I get support, I'm a lot more likely to keep doing this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and I'm hoping that people like this. So, thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. God bless you.